Hey all, Bree from the No Guilt Mom podcast, and I have got a gift for you this holiday season. If you love the No Guilt Mom podcast, and I mean love the No Guilt Mom podcast, then tell us about it. Leave us a review, and you can be entered to win a No Guilt Mom gift card. All you have to do is leave a review, take a screenshot, and then simply go to noguiltmom.com/review to enter our giveaway for a free No Guilt Mom gift card, simply for telling us what you think about the podcast. It is amazing. But don't delay. Get right on this, as we're going to be giving away that No Guilt Mom gift card on December 21st. So get right on over and visit noguiltmom.com/review.
Welcome to the No Guilt Mom podcast. I am your host, Joanne Crone, joined here by my co-host, Bree Tucker.
Why, hello, buddy. How are you? I didn't even know where to jump in on that one.
Bree Tucker. Yeah, you didn't know how long I was going to go. The crowd goes wild. Bree, it's Happy Mom Summit week, Bree.
It is, and I am so happy. How much of a cliche is that? But it's true. This is like our Super Bowl.
It is our Super Bowl
of the mom year for No Guilt Mom. We love Happy Mom Summit week.
Yes, it is. It's so much fun, and there's already so many people in the summit, and I mean, they're already saying like how much they're getting from these presenters, and the speakers are amazing. And we have a special treat for you in the podcast this week. We had a few of our speakers record these quick win tips. And so you're going to hear from them extra. It's a little extra to if you're in the summit already. And if you like what you hear, we want you to come join us at the Happy Mom Summit. You just have to go to happymomsummit.com and register for your free ticket. And if you've missed any of the presentations already, like if you're coming in a little late, it's okay. We have a VIP pass for you, and you can get that right after you register for your free ticket. But I'm very excited for this episode, Bree.
Yes, I'm ecstatic about it. Like, and the whole VIP ticket, like, we've got your back, people. We have got it so that you can enjoy all of the information, all the tidbits that our 33 experts are sharing at the Happy Mom Summit with you anytime you want. Because that's what I love about that VIP pass. It gives you the gift of time, which is very hard to get in so many different ways. It allows you to like be able to enjoy everything on your schedule whenever it works for you. So I'm excited. Should we start sharing? Shall we start?
Yes. You want mom life to be easier. That's our goal too. Our mission is to raise more self-sufficient and independent kids, and we're going to have fun doing it. We're going to help you delegate and step back. Each episode will tackle strategies for positive discipline, making our kids more responsible and making our lives better in the process. Welcome to the No Guilt Mom podcast. Who's up first?
First speaker we have today is Renae Fieck, and I am so excited to have her speak. She's going to be talking about how to leverage your menstrual cycle to become a more productive, balanced, and gain more energy. Is that like pretty cool?
It was cool. Like when I interviewed her, I was completely fascinated with this topic. So let's hear from Renae.
Hey there, my name is Renae Fieck. I am the founder of Your Cycle Advantage, and I am so excited to be a part of this summit. I absolutely love and get so passionate about sharing with other women about how your body and your menstrual cycle can become your greatest superpower. It's one of those things that for so many years I was ashamed of, I dreaded, I didn't want to have anything to do with it. If I could get rid of my cycle, that would have been amazing and wonderful. And now I've realized how powerful it can be in terms of our sanity, feeling balanced, feeling productive, just feeling at ease and a little bit more flow in life. And the biggest thing I think that so many of my clients and my community walks away with is this sense of permission. The permission to rest when you need to rest, the permission to push hard when you want to push hard, the permission to know that you don't need to be on 100% of the time, nor were we ever designed to be on 100% of the time as women. And I absolutely love sharing that with women and helping them find that freedom and find this true sense of balance. And I know so many people will downplay and like poo-poo on that word balance. And I think the word balance in true sense of everything is equal all the time is not necessarily in a true, like we can't ever achieve that standard. But this idea of finding balance is more about finding a rhythm of being able to be with your family, and a rhythm of being able to push hard in your business or work, and a rhythm of wanting time to yourself and also really wanting to be with other people. And to know that it can be biological and that it's not you. It's not you having to push past your excuses. It's not you having to be bigger than the struggle or any of that nature, that there's something more to it, just lights me up so much inside. So I'm excited to dig in and share so much more with you inside of the summit. But for now, my one tip and one suggestion would be to just start listening. Listen to your body, listen to your gut, listen to your heart, listen to what is inside for you and what's true for you, and just learn to start trusting it, because I can almost guarantee you it will never steer you wrong. All right, looking forward to seeing you inside the summit.
Okay, I love the permission that we do not have to be on 100% of the time, because I constantly feel like I'm less than if I'm not on, right?
Oh,
We
yeah.
were talking about this earlier.
It's like a shame thing that we go through. And knowing that there's a biological component gives me so much peace inside, because it's one of those things you can't control. It's one of those things you have to work with within yourself. So that is an amazing tip from Renae. And I can tell you her presentation is phenomenal as well. So I can't wait for people to see it in the summit. Who do we have coming next, Bree? Oh, I know who are coming next.
Yes, who do we have coming next?
It's another Bree.
It is. It's the other Bree. I love it. I love it. There's another Bree. This is so cool. So we have Breanne Smedley, and she is going to be presenting at the summit about the top 3 things moms must do to build their daughter's confidence in her sport.
And oh my goodness. I was so looking forward to her, because I have a daughter in sports, and it can be like feeling like you're going up against a brick wall after she competes and after she plays. And I loved Bree's tips.
Well, you know what? And if you listen to the podcast regularly, you just heard Breanne's episode last week. So she has so much fantastic information. Let's take a peek at what she has for our quick tip for all of our audience.
Hey there, I'm Bree. I'm an elite competitor coach for female athletes. So I get to work with athletes on the mental side of the game, building their confidence so that they know how to handle the very normal experiences of being an athlete. Things like pressure, nerves, comparison, perfectionism, overcoming mistakes, all of those things. And I also get to work with these athletes, moms and parents, to help them know how to best support their athlete daughters through this whole athletic experience. And I'm really excited to be speaking at the Happy Mom Summit, because how many of us as athlete parents are stuck in this place where we want our daughters to believe in themselves as much as we do? We want them to play to their potential. We want them to have fun, get over those mistakes fast, stop being so hard on themselves. Yet we're stuck not really knowing how to do that and what to say. Or even worse, it feels like when we do say something to our athlete daughters to try and help, it ends up making things worse. So in our training, I'm going to be talking about the top 3 things that moms must do in order to build their athlete daughter's confidence in her sport and in her life. So this training is for you if you have an athlete daughter, but honestly, if you have an athlete son as well, this is very applicable. And even if you don't have an athlete, we're going to be talking about some things that really move the needle in helping develop confidence in your child. So in this presentation, we go deep into these 3 things. We also talk about the top 3 mistakes that moms make as they are trying to build confidence in their athlete daughters. And one really tangible thing that we go over in this training is about staying in your role as the athlete parent. And what do I mean by this? in our efforts to try and help our athlete daughters build their confidence and help them with the challenges that they're facing in their sport, which are very normal, by the way, we tend to drift into other roles other than being her parent. Now, there are 4 main roles in her athletic journey or career. There is the coach, the athlete, the ref, and the parent. And what happens is we typically, as moms, like to float into the coach role, right? We want to give her advice, pointers, tips, feedback, because we've got great things. We see so much. And we're like, oh gosh, if she could only learn this or know this, then it would change everything. And then we do the thing, we tell her, we try and coach her, and then the opposite happens. Because what we're doing is we're actually decreasing her confidence when we don't stay in that mom role, when we don't stay in the athlete parent role. We put more pressure, we put more expectation on her, and we potentially strain the relationship that she does have with her coach, because maybe we are saying something that is contradictory. And so one really tangible thing that we can start right away, and again, we go in depth in this in the training, is to stay in that mom role. So there are some things that are in your control that really do move the needle in her confidence inside that parent role that we go into in the training. So that's why I'm so excited for you to join me. So excited to be here as well. I will see you at the training.
We're hitting that time of year where my brain gets so overloaded in December that I look for anything to make life easier. And I have to say, Bree, that Green Chef is one of those services.
Yes, Green Chef is there to take away the dreaded, oh my goodness, what are we going to eat for dinner tonight? You can eat clean all holiday long with over 80 weekly meal options each week, featuring things like quick and easy, protein-packed, calorie-smart, or my personal favorite, the keto options.
And you don't have to lose track of healthy eating habits during the holidays, because every Green Chef customer gets a free session with one of their registered dietitians who can walk you through how to make clean eating work for you, which is very cool.
And I have to say that I have been loving their recipes lately. They put things together I have never thought of. This week, we're trying the lemon basil caper pork with sauteed cauliflower, bell peppers, almonds, and feta cheese, my favorite. Their recipes make it so easy to support my wellness goals without skipping on flavor.
For Green Chef's best deal of the year, get $250 off with code NGM250 at greenchef.com/NGM250. That's greenchef.com/NGM250. And don't forget to use that code NGM250 to get $250 off.
Green Chef, the #1 meal kit for eating well.
This message is sponsored by Greenlight. It is so hard to raise kids who know how to manage money. Bree, right now, my kids are all about earning money for presents. My daughter wants to get presents for all of her friends, and my son is doing a Secret Santa with his friends.
Oh, I hear you. And if you're looking to raise kids that are financially responsible, we have got a lifesaver recommendation for you that you need to check out. It is Greenlight. Greenlight is a debit card and money app made for families that gives kids and teens an easy and fun way to gain financial literacy, all while giving parents peace of mind.
You can send instant money transfers, automate allowance, and even keep an eye on kids' spending with real-time notifications. Meanwhile, your kids can begin their journey towards financial autonomy by learning how to save, invest, and spend wisely.
So sign up for Greenlight today and get your first month free when you go to greenlight.com/NGM.
That's greenlight.com/NGM to try Greenlight for free. Greenlight.com/NGM.
I think that Bree makes a really good point there. As moms, we often try to enhance things. That's how I like to look at it as, right? Like we're like the enhancements. We're like, you did awesome. We could do even better here. And yeah, it's not always appreciated, nor needed, nor helpful.
Yeah. One thing in that tip that stuck out to me is if she knows this, it would change everything.
Yes.
Because I have that thinking so often. And I love that she calls that out. I'm definitely going to be more aware of it in my own conversations with my daughter and stick more to that mom role where I'm just supportive and saying like, it was great and wonderful. And I know she has some more tips for us in her Happy Mom Summit presentation. So everyone go check out Breanne Smedley's presentation, especially if you have a daughter in sports or if you have a daughter who is going to get into sports anytime soon. So valuable.
Right.
Next, we have for you Sarah Moore, who is one of our favorites here at No Guilt Mom. She's been on the podcast before, and she just has such great ways to connect with your kids while maintaining her own sanity. Well, your own sanity as a parent. But Sarah leads by example. So all the tips she gives, she uses as well. So let's listen to Sarah.
Hey friends, I am Sarah Moore from Dandelion Seeds Positive Parenting. I'm also the author of Peaceful Discipline, Story Teaching, Brain Science, and Better Behavior. And I so loved my conversation for this summit because I got to talk about one of my passions, and that is homeschooling. One of the topics that we dove into a little bit was about the importance of following our natural rhythms and our child's natural rhythms. Oftentimes, we get sucked into this false narrative that school at home is supposed to look a certain way. Well, we have to remember that when we choose to school at home, we get to choose how we want to do this. And that means some days we give ourselves permission not to do it at all. And here's the thing, we can relax about it. Many of us think that if we're not making a certain amount of progress every single day, we are somehow failing our children. When the truth is, our children learn best when they feel energized, emotionally secure, mentally alert, all of the things that we know we thrive best in, and it's the same for them. So if there's a day when you're not feeling it, you can give yourself the grace and the permission, whether it's you or your child, to say, we'll catch up another day. And here's the thing there. Catching up another day can also be, wait for it, another year entirely or another season. When we do homeschool, we get to decide what works best for our family. So some of us, I realize, are still of the mindset that we need to be keeping up with others. So for example, oh my goodness, my neighbor's child is reading and they're only 6 months old. I'm joking, probably like 6 years old. If they are doing that because the school is teaching them that, that's great. But we know from all of the research that children actually will teach themselves to read on their own timeline as long as they are being read to on a regular basis, as long as we create a joyful atmosphere about reading and we read things to them that they actually like. If we make it a chore, if we make it a task, yeah, it's going to take longer because you know what? I myself, for example, am never going to be an accountant. So if somebody came to me and said, here, you need to start doing math 8 hours a day, all day, every day, I would have such an aversion to it that I probably would not want to spend my time doing that. But over time, if I saw a good use for this, for example, I need to do my taxes or I need to pay my bills or whatever, then I'm going to have the intrinsic motivation to go ahead and pursue it. So likewise, when we choose things that our children are actually interested in, going with their own natural preferences, their own natural rhythms, you are going to build a much happier learning environment. Because once again, one of the major benefits of homeschooling or unschooling, depending where you are on the spectrum of rigidity and logic and all the things that we think we are supposed to be doing, you get to choose and you can follow your child's lead. You can also build in trust and rhythms into your daily practice with them. If you know, for example, that your child typically has a burst of energy around 10 o'clock in the morning, well, you know what? That's probably a great time to get that energy out. So having them sit down to study might actually backfire because they've got wiggles, right? Whereas if they have a natural flow to their day where they are more likely to be calm and patient and paying attention to instruction and what have you, that might be a better time to sit down and do some of the work together. But again, if you choose to do more of the unschooling route, that also is a viable alternative. My big takeaway here is make it what works for you. Make it what feels right to your child's nervous system, because when we create a love of learning, children seek out learning naturally. It does not have to look or feel any certain way other than how you and your child together want it to feel. Learning can be joyful, it can be collaborative, it can be fun, it can be playful, it can be all good things. And when you know that and you build it into your natural rhythm of life, only good things will come from that. Again, I'm Sarah R. Moore, author of Peaceful Discipline and founder of Dandelion Seeds Positive Parenting. I look forward to hearing from you, and I welcome your questions. Take care.
Sarah always has such great stuff to share, and this is no exception with how to make learning a little bit more fun and more enjoyable and not comparing yourself to other parents.
Right. And giving yourself that permission. Again, it's a theme that we're hearing about how you don't have to do it according to everybody else's expectations.
Exactly.
Follow your gut. Listen to you. Listen to your gut. Listen to your family. Your family is unique. Follow them.
My son is playing a game right now on his computer where he's a thief and the cops are after him. So I'm so excited about this new app, Give As We Grow, where instead of being the quote unquote bad guys, kids are practicing giving back.
That is so cool, Joanne. I really wish that there was something like this when my kids were younger that got them excited about giving back to others and helped them build a better understanding of what it really means to volunteer.
Give As We Grow is the first of its kind free educational mobile app for children ages 8 to 11 that teaches kids via fun, service-focused minigame quests to tap into their unique talents and interests to help others.
And did you know that studies show that there is a biological connection between generosity and happiness, and that volunteering improves people's physical and mental health? I mean, kids who volunteer typically do better in school and are less likely to engage in risky behaviors. And that is something that I think we all want for our kids.
Ready to spark a new movement in generosity? Find and download Give As We Grow for free in the App Store for Android and iOS. And for resources for the whole family, visit giveaswegrow.org.
Hey all, Bree here, and I wanted to share one of my favorite gifts to give during the holiday season, a Storyworth book. It is the most amazing gift ever. Storyworth is an online service that lets you create a special and unique gift of someone's story. I've given Storyworth books to both of my parents, and it has been their favorite gift, hands down. And did I mention it is so easy? Storyworth emailed my parents questions every week that I handpicked from their massive list of questions that they have. All my parents had to do was open their email and answer them. That easy. I asked my dad questions like, did you have any rules that you set for yourself as a parent, which you immediately broke? And he did. I even asked both of my parents, are you more like your mom or your dad? And they shared a lot of really amazing qualities that I didn't know about my grandparents at the time. Then at the end of the year, Storyworth compiles all of their answers, puts them into this gorgeous book that covers everything. My parents love showing us their books, and I personally love getting a chance to read them. With Storyworth, I am giving those I love a thoughtful and personal gift from the heart that preserves their memories and stories for years to come. Go to storyworth.com/NGM and save $10 on your first purchase. That's storyworth.com/NGM to save $10 on your first purchase.
Yeah, exactly. And now we have one of my favorites. As always, I say this about everybody. They're all my favorites. That's why they're here, Bree.
Yes,
they're
but
all
this
favorites.
Yes, but this speaker holds a special spot in your heart.
It's Ruth. It's Ruth Soukup. Ruth Soukup, I have known for many, many years. She was my coach for a very long time, and now she is my friend. And she always has such great stuff to share, especially now that she started a new company, Thinlicious. And you might know Ruth from Do It Scared and Living Well Spending Less and Elite Blog Academy. But Thinlicious is her newest venture, and she has some stuff to share about the truth about weight loss after turning 40.
Yep. So let's hear what Ruth has to share.
Hey there, my name is Ruth Soukup, and I am the founder of Thinlicious and the Thin Adapted System, which is a whole new approach to weight loss for women over 40, a system that was inspired by my own 40-pound weight loss journey. Helping women lose weight and get healthy is a topic I am incredibly passionate about, and I am so excited and so honored to be speaking at the Happy Mom Summit because as a mom, I know that when I don't feel good about myself and when I just don't feel good in general, it's really hard to be the kind of mom that I want to be for my kids. So let me tell you about my session. My session is called Big Fat Lies, the 7 myths about weight loss that are keeping you stuck and what to do instead. In it, I'm going to share some pretty eye-opening information about why so much of what we've been taught about getting healthy and losing weight is actually dead wrong. along with some super practical tips to help you finally get the scale moving in the right direction. It is such a powerful training, and I guarantee that there are at least a few things that I'm going to share that are going to shock you. And while I don't want to give away too much just yet and spoil the big surprises, but I can tell you that if you have been struggling with your weight and it feels like nothing that you've tried has been working, it's actually not your fault. That's what I want you to know today. If you feel like everything that you're doing all the right things, it's just something isn't clicking, the scale won't budge, you are not actually doing something wrong. Well, you are, but it's not your fault that you are. You've been fed a whole bunch of lies your entire life about what's actually healthy and what's not healthy. And it's very possible that even though you think you're doing the right things, like watching your calories, eating whole grains, and getting plenty of exercise, you're actually doing more harm than good. In my presentation, I'm going to not only explain why that is, but share the simple changes that you can make that will immediately make a huge difference. So hang on, guys. Help is on its way. Sounds pretty good, right? It is. I can't wait to see you there.
So it's so funny because I was talking with my hairstylist yesterday, and she is going through like this weight loss journey. And she's like, well, like I'm working out all the time, but like my nutrition just isn't on track. And she listed off what she ate that morning, and how she's trying to steer clear of fats and proteins. And what she ate was really carb heavy. And the stuff that like when you eat it, you like, it's the lies. It's the lies we've been fed that we should stay away from fats and we should stay away from all these things. And then the things you're eating instead, like they do nothing for your satisfaction, and they don't keep you full, and they actually make you hungrier and produce another body response. So Ruth's presentation is awesome. It's awesome.
Well, yeah. And I 100% agree that like, and I know it's different for every person, but I have to tell you, about 6 months after I turned 40, like my body was just like, nope, we're going to take a whole new journey now. Everything you thought you knew, it's not true anymore. Like everything from my hair growth to like my skin, the way my body like would process food, exercise, sleep, all of it completely changed after I turned 40. So
that's
I get
so
it.
interesting. I hear that from a lot of people about the after turning 40 thing. I didn't experience it, but I had a huge shift in my life when I was like 36, when I got diagnosed with ulcerative colitis. And so like everything compared to that, it just doesn't compare.
Well, and you know what? That's a really good point. But I also, I do believe there's plenty of people I have met that like when they turned 40, nothing really changed. And that's great. It's awesome. I loved it for you. I wish my body knew that it didn't have to change everything already and had time. But whatever. Here I am 3 years later, and my body is still like, nope, we're just going to keep changing it up on you.
My body was just a premature changer.
It's an overachiever. It was like, let's do this early. So yeah.
Let's give you a little autoimmune disease. We'll go from there. I'm like, thanks, body.
We'll really jazz it up. Yeah, your body's like, we'll jazz it up for you. So so Ruth, oh my gosh, I always love it whenever Ruth is at one of our summits. She has such great information. And if you're loving everything that you're hearing and you're like, oh my gosh, I want to hear these presentations, come join us at the Happy Mom Summit. It is still open, still live this week. We have all kinds of fun stuff. We have all these presenters, 33 presenters. We have lunch break social hours where you get to have fun and chill out, win some prizes, do our dance party, play games. And oh my gosh, can I tell them about the prizes, Joanne? Can I tell them about our really big prizes? I'm like so excited.
Definitely. I know you are so excited about these prizes.
This is like my thing. This is my baby. I get to help with the prizes. And so we've got some pretty awesome stuff. We have a couple of summit sponsors. For instance, does anybody not like doing laundry? Anybody out there in podcast land? Maybe. Yeah, a little bit. Anybody like to have, I don't know, laundry done completely free for them? Because we have that. That is a prize. Hamper, the app that does laundry for you, we like to call it the Uber of laundry, personally, here over at No Guilt Mom. They are going to be giving away a free annual membership and your first load up to 4 hampers, totally free on Hamper. So that's a phenomenal gift that one of our attendees is going to be getting. And we also have a fantastic sponsor, One Thrive. I love OneThrive. Have you probably have seen their amazing like organizational command centers all over the internet. They're going to be giving away we're going to have multiple command centers that a couple of our summit winners are going to win their own. A really awesome command center.
They're great to organize your family's time and make sure that everybody knows what's going on at what time. Like our command center from OneThrive hangs up in our kitchen, and it has our meal plan for the week and it has our calendar for the month. And I have to tell you, like my son asks me what's for dinner like every 5 seconds. Like he's eating breakfast and he asks me what's for dinner. And it's so wonderful to just not even answer him and just point. I just point over to the command center and he's like, oh yeah.
Yeah, you have the board. And on top of it all, it's so pretty. It puts it all together in one very, very zen flow place. So
it is a gorgeous place. We're so happy OneThrive is here.
But also, what is our grand prize, Miss Joanne? What is the grand prize that one of our winners from bingo is going to get?
Our grand prize is membership in our Balance VIP program. And our Balance VIP members, they achieve goals that they never thought that they'd have time to do. It's like all of the things that are on your to-do list and you're like, oh, one day I'll do it. One day I'll do it. Or maybe you don't even know how to start. Like our Balance VIP members make it happen. They come in pretty overwhelmed, crazed, not being able to manage their time, yelling at their kids, really having a chaotic household. And after a few months in balance, things are calmer. The family is working together. They're accomplishing things that they never thought they'd get the time to do. It is an amazing transformation. It's the place where we coach you in both your life and we coach you in your parenting because you are one person. You cannot spread yourself thin over all these areas. And you need to be in Balance VIP. So that is our grand prize. But also know that when you get the VIP pass for the summit, you get a free month in Balance. So I would totally take advantage of that as well.
Yeah. And the VIP pass also does come up with like, $1,300 worth of free swag and extra bonus items from all of our speakers and partners for the summit. So yeah, you can't really beat it. So what are you doing this week? What are you guys doing the week of February 27th through March 3rd? Oh my God, I'm totally forgetting the year. 2023. If you're not already. I know, right? If you're not at the Happy Mom Summit, come and join us. www.happymomsummit.com. Come and join us. It is phenomenal. It'll be the best week you have had since the last Happy Mom Summit.
Exactly. So until next time, remember the best mom's a happy mom. Take care of you. We'll talk to you later.
Thanks for stopping by. Are you looking for something to listen to with your whole family? Then check out 6 Minutes, produced and created by Gen Z Media. With over 200 twisty, cliffhanger-filled episodes, 6 Minutes tells the story of 11-year-old Holiday who was pulled from the icy waters with no memory of who she is or where she came from.
3 years ago, Brinley Pasternak helped the Anders family uncover the truth about Holiday's past. Now she'll need them to help her find the truth about hers. In 6 Minutes Out of Time, the long-awaited sequel, Cyrus Anders is found unconscious near the mysterious Elixir Academy in Florida, and Brinley learns the school may have a shocking connection to her missing mother.
Dive in now and get the most downloaded family audio adventure in history. Follow 6 Minutes wherever you get your podcasts. You can listen early and ad-free with the GZM family subscription.